That's crazy. It smells really dirty. It's nasty. It's crazy.
Damn, these dogs. Is nasty.
Can you make it through what you were saying?
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So it's like like the first 30 minutes or whatever.
Oh yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah,
But even
you shouldn't even be.
God,
it
it just hit me even harder.
yeah,
Like,
but even
It's crazy.
I need a mask
It's
on,
a
bro.
great smell. It's a
But you
great
can
smell.
still
It's a great smell.
just take your mask off for half a second to smell.
oh, I can smell it. I can smell it. Through
I
the
know.
mask.
He's noticing it first. He has a
Yeah,
mask on.
yeah. It's so strong. It's going through the mask.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
You're used to the
Yeah.
mask version of it. If you do like
It's
this,
just like a little
this
protection
kill you.
because I'm breathing my own breath into my nose. You know, it's more than the part. You know.
Oh man.
Welcome
Welcome,
Welcome.
to the Three Oak Podcast, where even the artists can be fans. AJ the Menace.
Shane and Petty.
And Jeff.
Yeah, and we back. You know, last week we weren't here because of inclement weather, but it's actually more inclement today.
This
actually,
this
today
weekend.
was more, but it was
Yeah.
like
It's a winter wonderland this weekend.
Yeah, it really was. It was nice. It was nice.
I liked it. Yeah, I mean, I was
love
trapped,
snow.
but at my
I
job.
love the
but-
way snow looks, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it looks visually appealing.
Yeah.
I hate the rain.
Yeah.
But what also doesn't help is when I worked outside for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And being wet, standing in the rain, that really did it. That really sealed my fate on hating rain.
Yeah, but I wish the way it was this weekend. That's how I wish it was around Christmas. I was like, where was that shit
I
around
know,
Christmas?
man.
It was
I
warm.
know, man.
It was
You know,
like
yeah, it
Yeah,
felt like
bro.
spring during Christmas.
That's the main thing. Like, I just wish it snowed every Christmas.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
mean,
the best.
see, I don't know if it's just like being an East Coaster, but it's just like I like it. Just adds to the season when the snow is around and shit. You know,
Do you?
the weather outside is frightful. It was frightful this fucking.
Shade said
Yeah.
ish. He said shit twice already.
Oh, we're gonna definitely have to unlearn
Right, we gotta
the way
unlearn.
we've been talking on this show.
Yeah, so like the YouTube algorithm, for those who don't know,
Yeah.
is a lot more sensitive to foul language. But you know what I have heard, and I've noticed this myself too. Same with TikTok. Now TikTok is really for kids. Like it's PG. So like the first ever TikTok that I ever tried to load for the podcast clip, it uploaded muted.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because we were cursing too much in the clip.
Okay.
Like it's pretty serious on TikTok. So
Yeah.
like, and they were saying, but what's funny is like people were saying, and same with YouTube, it's like they're really on top of your language in the beginning, first couple minutes of your video, when it's a video as well. Now, if it was just an audio source, they don't really seem to care as much. But when it's the video of the person saying the curse word, that definitely flags it a lot higher.
Yeah.
But
You know, because I mean, like these, corporations, they're just hammering down on, on their advertisers. You know, like
That's true.
their
Yeah, it's the
advertisers really are
advertisers.
pressuring them
Right.
to PG themselves up a little bit
That's
because
true.
they want to sell their products in front of videos.
that is true. Yeah, trying to make their ad spots more placeable.
Yeah, it's less. YouTube used to be HBO, now it's becoming like TBS. Where it's just like everything is censored. You know, the curse words are out of the movies and stuff.
If you want to be monetized, anyway.
If you want to be monetized.
Yeah, if you
yeah.
want the monetization.
If you
Yeah,
want the money.
because
Yeah.
I wonder what company. That'd be something interesting to look up. Like what companies, like obviously I know like a company like Chick-fil-A, they're not going to advertise on no curse and nothing foul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I wonder what companies are the ones, because obviously it's large companies, it's
Yeah.
big companies. So I wonder which of those companies are the ones that are like applying the pressure, because it's got to be a company big enough or enough companies big enough to apply that pressure. Like, well, we can take our advertising dollars away from here for them to even like push that type of change.
Well, are we talking about just channels that are monetized, or are we talking about just channels in general have to stop cursing in front of the
and
beginning?
channels in general, so it'll go against you in the algorithm.
Yeah.
So monetization, if you have a channel that's monetized, you could lose monetization. But if you're a channel that's trying to get to monetization point, it hurts you algorithm wise, because if you have a lot of cursing that they'll flag, and they'll flag it, they won't suggest it at the end of another video and things of that nature. And you need your video suggested at the end of a bunch of videos so that you can get your views up, aka get your subscribers up and stuff. So yeah, even if you're not at the point where you have 1,000 followers, 4,000 watch hours, it's still beneficial for you to cut it back, because you're cutting down the amount of opportunities you have for the algorithm to push your content in front of other people.
And it's also not just like foul language and curse words and stuff like that. People have been getting demonetized for even using like
Images too, yeah.
words like I don't know if I want to say it, but it's just like, you know, like the people who were on the plane on 9/11, the people who do that, you know, like the T word.
Yeah, those T's.
Some people have getting, you know, like when you start talking those like sensitive words and stuff.
I don't know if this is what I was about to say. Allahu Akbar. I was about to say that.
Yeah,
you know, I was like, I wonder if that's flagged.
yeah.
For sure.
You know, like the word that rhymes with ferrorish. Ferrorist.
Racially insensitive language.
Yeah.
The R word, R-A, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That one definitely gets you flagged.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
demonetized if you use that.
Yeah.
Which probably has to suck for like victim channels, like specialize in that. You can't even use that word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so like you said, the other thing is maybe if you play the game for long enough to get to the point where
where you can play past it. Like a Joe Rogan clip is going to do 1 million views regardless of what the algorithm says he's supposed to do. Like, that's different. But when you're not at that point, which we're not, when you're fighting for every view,
play the game.
you got to play the game. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been well, the clips that I've seen anyway of his recent stuff, I haven't really heard any cursing. Like
Joe Rogan?
He on YouTube he puts clips, you know, because he's mostly on Spotify. His whole stuff
he's
is
not
on
a
Spotify.
huge cursor anyway. You know
Is he
what I
not?
mean?
Oh, okay,
no,
I
not
can't
really.
remember.
Like when I hear Joe Rogan, I mean, he's doing a lot of talking. He's cursing every so often. Like after he's already
He's not like
explained
foul.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. After he's explained his point, he'll be like, "It's BS." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So that's about it. But it ain't like in regular.
A
cursing.
lot of people though, like a lot of YouTubers I even watched who used to curse. It is kind of strange just seeing them just be like, saying like
know
BS or like, I can't say this word, but you know what word I mean.
Right. But you know what's crazy is that this goes back to Dave Chappelle's stand up. When you hear a lot of say nigga, that don't affect you.
Oh, is that true? I don't know.
It's a gray area thing, yeah.
Oh,
It's not even a gray area. It's a go-to word. It's like it's a word on the green list.
yeah.
Of words that are okay.
Nobody wants to tell us we can't say that.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
Is that what it is?
Nobody wants to say that. Nobody wants to tell
You
us.
think it's nobody wants to tell us, or the people that are in control of corporations? They're like,
Let them call each other that.
yeah.
Let them call each other what they are.
Exactly. That's exactly what I didn't know how to say it.
Right.
That's exactly what I was trying to say though.
Let's keep that one around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them have that one.
Yeah. Well, since you want that word to live on, go ahead.
Yeah. Call each other that. And
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
knock yourself out. Yeah,
I
we
like
did
what
that.
you've done with that.
Yeah. We did that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, low key. So it's one or the other. It's
Yeah.
one or the other. I think it's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be a combination of the two.
Yeah. I don't know,
That
man.
makes it sound kind of bad, actually. I don't even makes me want to not use it.
Right. I mean, do you remember the Dave Chappelle stand up when he was like on Comedy Central? He had to take the F word out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he was like,
Yeah.
well, how come I can say the N word?
Of the Chappelle show.
On the
Yeah,
Chappelle
of the
show.
Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the human resources people.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can say that with impunity on TV, on cable TV. He's like, well, you're not gay.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
can't
you
say the F word because you're not gay.
He's like, well,
I'm not
either.
an. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And that was a good point.
It
Yup.
seems like Dave Chappelle is the one that highlighted our ability to be able to say that word on the Chappelle show.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because then after that, the Boondocks did it.
I think of
Yeah.
Paul Mooney too.
Paul Mooney
Oh
did
well,
it.
never mind.
Well,
You're
Paul
talking
Mooney
about via TV, just like what's acceptable on a
On
TV
cable,
show. I see
on
what you're
regular
saying.
cable, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Was
got-
there any other show?
I mean, you said Boondocks already, right? Yeah.
He said
Yeah, the
Boondocks.
was after him, of course, but
That's when, man, like black entertainment was getting radical. You know, like
was.
it was just like no
It's kind
holds
of a,
barred.
it's kind of a pause right now, right? Doesn't that seem like
I don't know if a show like Chappelle Show or Boondocks could really exist right now
you don't think so?
in terms of the climate, in terms of the PC climate. Maybe.
You think they would
I mean, Chappelle's already
You're
got
talking
him
about like a
in-
brand new show.
Yeah.
Like if they came back,
like risky. Yeah, like a new
if
show.
they came back, then they would have to accept it, right? Because they are already.
Well, it has a legacy.
Yeah,
already.
right.
But Chappelle is already, sort of like in this weird middle state of like cancel but not cancel kind of thing. So I don't even know how that would go. But I'm talking about what you just said. Like if it was a new
show though.
comedian,
I don't think
it could still be racy, but because there was that Afro, that black Afro dude.
Samurai?
No, I forget his name, but he had like a
Man, I know
Showtime
who you're talking about.
with glasses, thick glasses.
Yeah, I know.
And he had like a show on Showtime that was like
Does his
about
name start
race
with a
and
K?
stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
it
it was
starts
still
with
like
a K, yeah.
politically correct though. It was like racy, but not like
Oh my God, I saw that.
not
It
like
was weird.
pushing the envelope kind of racy.
Wasn't it? Was it like him reporting on the news? But
It was something
but
like
of
that.
the political news.
Yeah, it was political a little bit.
I've seen that, bro.
Talking about race and stuff.
I don't
like
know
that.
who he is. I
Yeah.
seen that, but it was your black card approved. Was it black something approved? Black
Can't-
seal approved?
I cannot remember.
The name was something
Yeah.
along those lines of like your black card revoked or black card approved, the black seal of approval. It was
Yeah,
something
something like
along
that. Yeah.
those type of black acknowledgement guidelines, like the name of the
I
title.
think you're right. I think it was Black Card or something like
Black
Oh,
card or something like
something
that.
like
I saw it though one time ever, and it was kind of like, I don't know, I felt kind of like cringy at it. Like I
yeah.
couldn't get into it.
that. Yeah,
Like
it's not.
I haven't seen it at
The
all.
Chappelle Show was a timepiece.
I
Yeah.
saw it
It was
one
meant to be
time
at the
and
time.
not looking for it. I was actually just flipping channels on TV and I found it.
Yeah.
And I stayed on it for a second because I was like, oh, what is this? I've never seen this before. But then I was just like, the jokes weren't hitting though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I don't know.
And-
But I don't watch Trevor Noah or nothing like that either though.
Oh, The Daily Show.
The Daily Show, yeah.
No, but whoever that guy is, I do know that he is directing a movie about a documentary about Cosby that's coming out soon on
Oh,
Showtime.
snap.
Yeah, because I saw the trailer the other
that is
day.
coming out. I saw that.
But he's in the documentary too, asking people questions. But that guy who I was just talking about, he's the director of. We got to talk about Cosby. That's what the documentary is called.
What's that gonna be about?
Cosby.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
right, right.
They're just
Yeah,
gonna interview people,
Oh,
celebrities, and stuff like
Yeah.
that who looked up to Cosby, how they feel about him now, and mostly black
Man,
celebrities.
he's probably gonna look really predatory in that.
He
Yeah.
probably is.
It's not
Speaking
gonna
of
be a good
speaking of
look for
looking
him.
really predatory, Cherry just sent me a clip on TikTok, and all right, you know how like, okay, the whole Michael Jackson scandal, right? But I was young, at least. I wasn't watching the court cases every day and stuff like that, so I didn't get all the details. I didn't hear all the sus things that like could be interpreted as, man, was he touching kids for real? You know what I'm saying? But I know. But long story short, it was people reacting to a clip of Michael Jackson from some documentary, something, and the lady was like, "Yeah, he would drive by the high schools, and he would call the young kids or the young girls fish.
What?
He would call them fish, and he loved to go fishing. And then they cut to a clip of him.
Yeah.
They cut to a clip of him like with all these kids screaming outside. He was like, oh, look at all these fish. Look at all these fish. And then he was like, you see that one? Yeah. I was like,
What?
Cherry sent me this, yo. Hold up.
And what was this? What was that gesture?
It was titties bouncing.
Oh,
I'm gonna say,
Oh, it was like a
girl-
separate clip or something?
no, it was.
Oh, it
all
was
the-
in the what?
He was in the limo driving through a high school zone.
Yeah.
And it was children swarming the window as
Yeah.
Michael Jackson has all people doing.
Yeah.
But I guess this is primarily younger people. And it was a girl. I'm assuming she had some larger than life breasts,
Yeah.
but she was underage.
Yeah.
And if this is true, he calls underage people fish. And he was like pointing out the fish with the other people in the car, like, look, you see all these fish? Look, oh, you see that one? I was like, it was crazy.
Okay,
bro.
I gotta see this clip.
I'll show it to you, y'all.
I need a visual.
I'll show it
evidence.
to you. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Long story short, when I saw that clip,
Yeah.
I was like, that was the wildest Michael Jackson clip I've ever seen in my life.
that's insane.
Like, wildest clip that has it like, man, what the fuck was he doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I gotta see it.
yeah, I'm gonna show
you
y'all.
got-
I'm gonna show y'all.
Yeah.
There was a serious issue with age of consent in the 90s, 80s, 70s.
And below.
Like the older
There's
I,
always
get,
been
I
a-
feel like they keep on coming out with more and more people who were just having relationships with teenagers.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
Hollywood.
you're talking about like how
general.
covert it was back then, and then
Yeah, like,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
they were
because
doing
the young, just like you were saying, for centuries.
If it's
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause
It's
Oh,
all. It's
Elvis
all
Jerry
Presley.
Seinfeld was dating a teenager.
What was
Oh,
the dude?
R.
What-
Kelly, of course.
What,
Obviously.
Oh, yeah,
what was the
that's
dude? Woody, the white guy.
Allen.
Woody Allen was.
Yeah, see that one is strange because it was like his
Adopted daughter.
adopted daughter or
Yeah,
something
right.
like that.
That's
But Elvis Presley, he married Lisa Presley when she was 14,
Yeah. people
and he was
getting
like in his
kids,
like
man.
20s, like late 20s or whatever, early 90s. No, early 90s, like late 30, early 30s, late 20s, something like that. But she was like 14,
Yeah.
but that was okay back then.
hey, that really is kind of crazy though. Like, as I get older, I can understand, and I'm 31.
30.
I can see why they're like, get you a younger girl. Like, if you're older as a guy, get a younger girl or whatever. You know, one that's, they're young, you know, they're younger, more vibrant, whatever.
Impressionable. And all that.
Yeah. So, like, I'm 31. I've seen some hot 23, 24, 25-year-olds, but I'm like, to dip down to 16,
No.
15, like,
No.
first of all, where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't even encounter these ages.
Look,
like,
because the reason why
What kind of situations do you have to put yourself in?
yeah, and how often are you around young children
You're
Yeah.
not.
that you're able to build up an attraction
Right.
but even
for
so,
somebody that young under 20? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And if you are in those situations a lot naturally, that's way worse. Because that's like, what are you, a teacher?
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah,
better be a
Chill.
teacher, but then if you're a
Chill,
teacher, that's
that's what I'm saying.
that's literally the worst
That's way
position
worse.
because now you're charged to raise and protect
Yeah.
the children, and you out here looking
Straight grooming.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Grooming, because when you're younger, it's easier to groom somebody who doesn't have an experience and doesn't know what they want and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Like, even if it's a situation like even with me, like there've been tons of times where girls like who are like the sister of my friend or something like that, or neighbor or something like that, they'll
Okay,
have a
yeah.
crush on me. It's up for the adults to understand that kids kind of just like older people. Sometimes,
Off the
you know,
rip,
there've been a lot of
yeah.
15-year-old girls or something like that. They have a crush on me or something like that. Like, it's my friend's sister or something like that.
Right.
But It's up to the adult to understand that,
To step away and to
To
not
to
even
not interfere with that, to interfere
Yeah.
with that, because it's like, well, of course she does, because she's at the age where she doesn't know what she wants, so
Everything
she kind of
looks
just likes
good.
any boy.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you're not even special. It's just like she just likes you because you're older.
Right,
you know?
right.
But you have
right.
to understand that and not manipulate that.
So
you know?
maybe it's the people who really like to pray.
Yeah, who enjoy like that
The
innocence.
whole adopted
you know?
daughter thing, though, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Woody Allen,
yeah.
Because that means, I don't know how old she was when he was adopting her, but
Yeah.
that means she was a child, though. I know she was a
Yeah,
child.
yeah, she had to
like
be.
middle school at least.
Yeah.
Or maybe elementary, but it's
Had to
like, had to be, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's like,
That's the wildest.
that's even crazier.
Yeah,
And-
but the thing is, they're still. I think they're still married today. Yeah.
But still.
No, it's still.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's another added layer to the weirdness, because she's
True.
just like,
'Cause it's like, where else she
we're
gonna go,
married,
though?
I don't care.
Where else she gonna go? Whatever he told
Like,
her.
it's like he loves me, I love him, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
she
like,
has no family. You adopted her.
Just
And
like
now
that
she's
teacher.
grown. She's very
Yeah.
grown
She's
now.
a grown woman.
Yeah.
She's very grown now.
That whatever you taught her, that's what she lives her life by.
Yeah.
And just like that teacher, like there was that blonde teacher who had sex with a male student, went to jail for a bunch of years, came out, and they got married.
Ah, I saw that.
I can't
saw
remember
that.
her name.
Hey, you know what? Every time there's like a hot teacher in the news that gets caught sleeping with one of the students, my first thought is, where the hell were these teachers at? You know what I'm saying? That's literally-
Like as a male,
As a guy,
as wrong as it
everybody
is,
always says,
as wrong
a
as
guy, I
it
feel like
is.
that's my first thought. But
Yeah.
then right now,
Your second thought.
as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, they done went to jail fucking with me.
Oh no, of course they would. Yeah,
How am I not going to tell y'all?
yeah,
How am I not going to tell my
You're
homies?
definitely
Yeah.
telling people.
yeah,
How am I
Yeah.
not going to tell? Especially
Yeah.
if she's the hot teacher. She's hot to children and adults.
yeah.
And she's preying on me. I get lucky. How do I not tell at least 1 to 2 people?
Well,
But
see, in my case, it would be different, just because like I probably wouldn't have told my friends, but I would have told my brother for sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but
yeah.
my brother,
But
like
that's a
we know
little
how
different.
to we know how
Yeah.
to keep secrets.
right. That's a little
Yeah.
different. That's you
Yeah.
and your brother. But like,
Yeah.
It's different for us too, in general.
yeah.
As guys, like as men in general.
Yeah. But
There's
like,
definitely that double standard, but
Right.
it's still wrong. But of course, there is that. Both sexes have double standards. You know,
Right.
that's
Right.
the one for guys where it's just like
Hey, why isn't it looked
it's
at
congratulatory.
Yeah.
So, oh,
It's
you
not
slept
look-
with Miss So and So.
Right.
It's not looked at malicious at all when a woman is taking advantage of a younger guy.
Like you just damn,
No.
you
Make
fucking like
be
that.
sure.
It is, though,
Be
but-
sure that female pedophiles are getting away with it,
That's a
because
fact. Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
suspects a woman of doing that.
Right.
So
True.
the baby, oh sure, Lisa, you could babysit my child. You don't have no idea that she would even. You don't even
It doesn't
fathom
make-
her
yeah.
doing something like that. But
if
there
you-
are out there.
I don't even want to. Don't even leave me alone with your kids, because I don't even want you looking at me like, unless you really like my homie. Like, I don't even want to be in a position to where anything. Like, don't leave me alone with no kids I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just because
yeah.
I'm not gonna do nothing, but I don't even want you to even have that thought that
Right,
something could happen. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
See, and
you
that's-
you just take your baby with you.
But
Unless
that's
they're my
the-
true friends or something like that, then
that's the societal I guess idea of it, because even when you say the word pedophile, the first thing that comes to mind is some dude with thick glasses and a van and a mustache or
in the middle.
something like that. You already have an image. It's never a woman, you know. Even though like it might be the Mrs. Thompson next door, you know, that babysitting your kid.
Yeah, babysitter's the worst.
Do you remember?
But
on
that's
YouTube,
double standard.
Remember on YouTube there was a trend of because register pedos.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I wonder. Like I feel like we haven't cursed, but pedo might just send him through the roof too.
No, yeah, there was a word that people like in this other video I was watching where they
does
use a
YouTube-
different word
Yeah, you know
to
what?
get around it.
That is something I need to look up.
He said,
Chomo?
I need to find out
No.
what's the list of words that they don't like.
Oh,
read
no.
the terms
Okay,
and
no, okay.
conditions.
So the one, okay, like,
That word.
Pedo, yeah, definitely.
Pedo.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, that would definitely be.
Definitely, that
Yeah,
is- I know for
because the
a fact.
algorithm,
yeah.
the algorithm wouldn't be
Never
able
thought
to
it is.
tell if you're in support of it or against it.
Yeah, like
So just
Yeah.
the fact that it's
Just
there,
you have to leave
let's
it
go
alone.
ahead and keep it
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
basically all the words involving that word
Yeah.
are banned as well. So like you could probably like use your imagination. Like all the words.
got
that,
you, got you.
You know, like if that makes sense. Yes. Like,
Yeah.
Everything. It's pretty.
I think even the R word.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. That's
yeah,
what
yeah. R.
right. That's
AP.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one's definitely on
That's
point.
our
Yeah.
AP, yeah.
the first one that came to mind. Yeah.
Because the algorithm
Same
they
with
can't
the other
tell.
one. You know the
Yes.
that one.
Big one. Yep.
Yeah, that's a
one.
big one.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that
the
one.
M?
The S.
There are
The S.
workarounds on that.
S.
The self.
I heard people say. I heard
You know when
people
you
say-
self delete.
I heard people say
Oh,
self-delete.
okay.
People say video
Oh,
game now. People
Huh?
say video game.
for what?
Self deletion.
You say video game.
Really?
So
I did
wherever
not
you
hear
would
that.
put like that phrase,
Yeah.
you say, "I'm gonna video game myself,"
Oh
and that's fair
shit.
game.
What?
Because if you think about it,
Yeah.
like, you can do anything in a video game. It's just a video game.
Yeah.
It's a video game.
Damn, you know
I
what?
did not hear that.
There might be a whole list of words just like video game that like I watched the YouTuber child say, and I just thought it was some regular happy old video, and he was
He's like
gearing
he's
up.
using this word wrong. What's wrong with him?
He's gearing up for the time for like the end,
Yeah.
or he's gearing up to do some crazy malicious stuff.
'Cause
Yeah.
Code, man. They be like double speak.
Dang.
Yeah, there's a workaround.
If I heard somebody talk about video game, I literally would not think twice.
Yeah.
That
Now-
would be shocking.
This has to be true. I didn't delve more into this, but I'm sure like Regina King, her son just
Yes,
committed
I
video
saw that.
game.
Yep, I saw that.
So it is true. I only
That
saw
is true.
one
No, that's
article
true.
on Yahoo.
I saw a couple. Yeah.
So I wasn't sure
And
if
it was her
true or
only
not.
son. I don't know how many
Yeah.
kids she has, but I know that was her only.
It was the
son,
only
though.
the one I read. It
And
was
he
the only.
just turned 26.
Yeah, and
It was
that
a couple
broke my
days.
heart, man.
I think it was a couple days after
insane.
Yeah.
his 26th birthday.
Yeah, and it just blew my mind. Like I didn't know
I
she had a
keep
son
seeing
or anything, but
Yeah,
it
I
just
keep
blew
seeing
my mind. 'Cause
stuff
it's just
like prayers for Regina.
yeah, like just one of those things that's just like out of nowhere, like, and you wonder why, you know?
Yeah.
It's like what the hell happened? Like, but it's going to mental health and all
Yeah,
that
who
stuff.
knows? Because it's like, and she could have always known he might have always been battling with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we don't know that part, of course, but that he could have always been battling with something, and she's consistently been helping him his entire life.
Yeah.
But we don't know that. So this definitely seems like a shock to us, but it might not be of a shock to
Yeah, probably not.
his siblings or close
Yeah.
family members if he's been battling through stuff.
Depression and other things like that. Yeah.
Right. You know, we don't know that part. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not like her son was a public figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we definitely wouldn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta see if there is actually like a video or a list, a article that lists all the words that you have to like
yeah,
replace.
I want to read the terms and conditions for
Yeah,
myself too.
Out
but-
throughout. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to see. There's got to be a list. I'm sure somebody put a list together.
Yeah.
Somebody always puts a list together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've started to try to use Reddit a little bit more, and
Oh, really?
because anytime you Google something, bruh, it's like there's a Reddit option to click on Google.
Sometimes, yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like like sometimes it's pretty common, and I know there's like millions and million community on Reddit that I'm just like, I'm not a Reddit head. You know what I'm saying?
Me
Like there's
either.
Reddit heads. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah, they know how to go.
they
through
know how
it,
to
yeah.
navigate it
Yeah,
inside
you
out.
really have to know how to search.
Yeah,
on
bro.
Reddit.
Because
Yeah,
the
it's
first few
confusing to
times I
me.
went on Reddit, I was like, "What is this?"
There's a
Like,
lot of
Yeah.
nonsense.
bro,
Yeah.
it.
Craziness.
Okay, I watched a video that really helped me really brought clarity because all the questions that I had about why am I just not able to figure out how to use this website? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the guy was like going through the video, and it was like a funny video. He was like, these are like the need to know how to use Reddit, simplified version of how to use Reddit. The video was like 7 minutes long. And he was like, so Reddit is a thing, and then there's this thing called subreddits. That's what we all have. That's what we post. He was like, there's another thing about the site. There's a search bar where you can search things that you want. The search bar is pretty much he was like, you don't need to use a search bar. It doesn't work. Like, I was like, okay, that was a good point.
That makes sense, yeah.
Because I have searched stuff on Reddit that I know should be here. The most popular topic about anything. It should be here. Can't find nothing. Like, because you have to type it in so weird, like r/ like to really get a good population.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as just typing it into Google and you just get a bunch of different links.
Right.
So he was saying like you can use it. There's a way to use it, but it's more about clicking deeper into once you find one general thing, you click deeper in. That's really what it's more about.
So going down like a rabbit hole?
I think it more specializes in rabbit hole.
Okay.
It's like, that's how you need to look at Reddit.
Yeah.
More of a rabbit hole website.
So it's like you search a keyword and then you find a thread and you follow that thread and then you go to another.
Go to subreddits from there, subreddits from there, to subreddits from there.
Okay.
It's like it's definitely more. That's the best way to sum it up. I think it's rabbit hole style.
I feel like it's like 3 steps down from there. You're a QAnoner.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
I watched a video on them a couple of weeks ago. Channel 5 put it up. Speaking of that, I went to the gun show this morning. The Dixie Gun Show this morning.
I went to that once. That's wild. That is.
I wanted to go primarily to do interviews and interview people.
Yeah.
Because I want to try to do like a local news thing once weekly here. Because the biggest video that I've ever done, best organic growth, was when I was talking strictly about Raleigh stuff.
Oh yeah.
When I did the downtown bars and Are They in Trouble downtown Raleigh bars and clubs.
Yeah.
And that got posted on Reddit.
Oh.
And that's why it went so crazy.
Okay.
So Reddit is the sole reason I went viral once before, because I put it on Instagram. It did great on Instagram. I had 5,000 views on Instagram.
Yeah.
But somebody put it on Reddit 12 hours after I posted it. So it accumulated like 5,000 in 12 hours. And then somebody posted it on Reddit and it went from 5,000 to 33,000 views. So it was a massive jump in what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And like the way they put it on Reddit, it was like, this guy goes in on Glenwood Avenue bars. This guy goes in on Glenwood Avenue bars, Milk Bar, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, what if I did like a weekly news thing, almost on some like Trevor Noah-ish thing where like 8 to 13 minutes, and 8 to 13 minutes.
Like research segments for like, that are like 13 minutes.
Actually, I think that's what you might be. That's why me and you can really work on. I think you might be able to help me a lot with that. Like less of the podcast, but that though, I feel like me and you could go. We could kill that. Yeah. I think that'd be it. But research weekly stories about things that are happening in the city. In the city, focusing on black things. So like there was a big zoning city council thing just recently last week. Yeah. And where it's like the zoning is pretty much, it's like a gentrifying zoning meeting. And there was a lot of tweets about it around that time. Mind you, if it's gentrifying, that means black people getting pushed out of somewhere. Yeah. We didn't hear nothing about that. Did you hear anything about that?
They're trying to they're trying to totally.
Yeah, you didn't hear nothing about that, right?
No. I've been seeing it in downtown Raleigh in terms of areas where it's just like,
I didn't realize they were trying to like rezone the building.
Oh yeah, we've been seeing it. We see it before we see it when the new houses are next to the projects.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the city council meeting where they were trying to get the 3 judges to overturn the new zoning. That just went down last week. And that was the crucial moment, because it's over now. They didn't flip the votes back. So it's over. Wherever those people are,
it's happening.
They're getting up out of here at some point. Within a couple of years, they're probably gonna wait their leases in and they up out of here.
Yeah, they're gonna give them one more lease. That's it. Yeah.
Give them one more lease, let them finish out their lease, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Some people somewhere in Raleigh, but I'm like, see, if I was on top of that, that'd be dope, because then I could go. I can watch some of those things, find that information, find the articles. Then we can ride out to the neighborhoods that they're talking about.
Yeah.
Talk to some of the people there.
Yep.
Put them on game. Like, did you know that like this is happening? Like, you know, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then at the same time, just put it in the video version and show the people.
Yeah.
Right. Do some editing, cut it up into like little,
Talk to some of the city council people. A couple of them follow me now. I think that rotates out every 2 or 3 years, every 2 years or something like that. I don't know, but I know that I'm gonna like it because one, I'll be more in touch with what's going on locally.
Yeah.
But then two, I'll be able to get connected with some of these people locally as well too, like the city council at large members and things of that nature. Just to see what are you doing up there. You know what I'm saying? Like what's happening?
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. So, but I'm thinking, I think that would go because that did so good that if I did that every week, once a week, that would go crazy.
Yeah, I ain't coming to you.
Because if you do that, like I said, you get the followers. You get
crazy views,
and then you can go back to doing what you know.
Yeah, and the best part about it is I can still incorporate the music to it because when I did that "Are They in Trouble" thing at the end of it, I put "You Said That You Love Me."
Oh yeah, that's
and I had like 200 plays off that. So I was able to couple both of them together.
Yeah.
I was able to get the music off and still.
I mean, in the meantime, you're walking around the city with a camera, so,
right?
You know,
and talking to people, bro, on the streets.
Yeah, you're gonna get some footage.
There's no better content than that.
You're gonna get some really.
There's literally no better content. You can't beat that, bro. People are
you
crazy.
can't make it up.
People are crazy, bro. Yeah, you can't make this up.
You can't make that dialogue up.
You can't make that dialogue up. So. That's definitely something I'm really looking at, interested in doing because I feel like that's gonna set everything in motion like insanely, like because we monetizing all 2022. Yeah. For those who don't know, y'all gonna see a big change from us this year. It's gonna get sick out here.
Yeah.
Level up.
Yeah. There's gonna be we got to pay some bills moments on this podcast. We reading these advertisements off. It's gonna be a lot going on.
they're like, it's already sick out here.
It's right. Rona,
nigga. Nah, it's been a while into the podcast. I can't.
Yeah. We should be good now because I feel like we did I think as long as you do 15, 20 minutes, you're fine. Now the thing that is because I'm breaking the podcast up into 10-minute bits anyway or 8-minute bits. If I'm breaking a bit at the end, obviously there's going to be a little bit more cursing, so I have to go through and edit the first half of it. It's not that. That's right. Okay though. You know what I'm saying? But for the full video though,
having to sit there and edit the whole video is going to be a lot.
Right. So even if we just keep it down a little bit, where it's just sometimes I just be flying off the rail every other word
because it's unconscious, and we're so used to it.
Right.
Now we have to unlearn it.
Right. Which is fine, but I think. At the same time, it would help us as well too for sponsors too. Yeah,
well, yeah,
100%.
especially
for sponsors.
Yeah, because then that's the whole point. Even before this whole,
that's the whole point.
Yeah, we want monetization.
We get enough views to make money off of advertisement spots on this show. So
because we're representing the sponsors as well,
right?
So it's what we do is a look on them,
right? But at the same time, just so y'all know, I would never take no sponsor. I'm not taking no Chick-fil-A deal. You know what I'm saying? Where they're like, you can't curse. If you do curse, we'll pull it. We're going to skip that one.
Somebody that aligns.
You're going to have to know what you're buying there for still, too. A nigga's going to fly every so often. Right. A fuck shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? A couple of those are going to fly every so often.
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter. A lot of YouTube, smaller YouTube channels that I'll watch, it's not even the products that you've even heard of. It's just these sometimes the products are underground themselves.
Facts.
And it's just they're both helping
especially
each other
local
out.
Sponsorships.
Yeah.
Especially local advertisement, which is what we'll be getting.
Yeah, buy this healthy cereal. It's never heard of it, but
which is what we'll be getting to begin with.
Yeah, but it's a small company that's trying to make it in the cereal business.
Yeah. Oh, but long story short, the Dixie Gun Show. There was a big ass sign on the thing that was no cameras, audio recording devices, or interviews. Yeah, so we just ended up ditching that idea. I was with Nance this morning, and instead we just shot some more Instagram reel content. And took some photos. So yeah. But I am gonna do that though. I do want to do that.
Yeah,
I definitely want to do that, and I'll show you I'll get you the login from my Twitter because I have this perfect file of everything that you would need. Oh yeah, I guess we can get in some of these topics then.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, how you been though the last week? Snow and everything else because we haven't seen it. Any of us, none of us have seen each other.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
I will say this though. I think like late last year, I have a feeling that I think even my mom, but I think we had COVID like a couple of weeks ago.
For real?
I didn't get myself tested. I don't
Right.
think she got tested either. But like it was like
y'all were both kind of messed up at the same
late
time.
December.
Okay.
It was like after. When did we see Spider-Man in IMAX?
That was the 23rd.
23rd. Oh, that was still
was
December, right?
It was December. Yeah,
It was
like
December.
It was like a Tuesday or it was a Thursday.
Yeah,
see.
but it was December though, right? It
was
wasn't
December,
January.
definitely.
Man, that was that first
It was the
Omicron
23rd, I
wave.
think.
That Omicron wave was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. That was.
I
the Omicron
remember
wave.
after that, like
Feeling
a
a
couple
little-
days later, I felt weird. That's the only way I could describe it.
Got you. It wasn't full blown sick, but you knew.
Yeah, I didn't
you was a
have
little
like
off.
like I did have a headache, but there was this one night where I felt nauseous. Like I was like, I don't know why I have to. I was like, maybe it's because I haven't eaten yet, but I was just like I had to be still, because I felt like if I moved, I would have thrown up.
Oh,
I went
snap.
downstairs and I got food and I started eating it really slow, and then all of a sudden I started feeling better, and it was just this weirdness, right? And even with my mom, I was looking at her face. I was like, "Why is your face kind of droopy?" And she was like, "No, I'm fine, I'm fine." And she was taking all this stuff and taking that. I was like, "You're not fine."
Right.
So I think we might have it,
Loading
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like a week or two later, it kind of just
Cleared
went.
up.
It went away. My pooping and shit. Pooping and shit, but pooping is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was weird. Like all of this, like gas and all that stuff.
probably
Like it
did
was
have
weird. I was just like, I don't know what this is, but I've never felt this before. Do I have it? But all of a sudden it went away. But then my mom told me she was talking to my brother, and around that time, when she was telling her what we were going through, he was like, "Damn, I think I might have had it like a couple of weeks ago," because he said that he was feeling a nauseous thing as well, and he had a bad headache, like for 2 days or something. And I was like. And that's what I heard. That those are the symptoms as well. It's just
Everybody
nauseousness and
gets it
headache.
differently too. That's the thing
Yeah.
about COVID. It's like
I didn't have any chest stuff.
there's definitely standard symptoms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But obviously, but then there's also a crap ton of people who had COVID. They testing positive, genuinely positive, and they're like, I don't feel sick literally at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it obviously comes in many different
Oh
forms.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
all-
Even
you never
though
know.
there's a majority of symptoms, it comes in a lot of different forms.
Yeah.
The fact that it can come from you don't feel anything at all to you feel like you could die
Yeah.
is a pretty wide range. You know
Yes,
what I'm
I
saying?
didn't get to
Like,
that point. I didn't feel like, oh my God, I'm dying or anything. It was just like, I just felt weird. That's the only way I can.
And it would make sense too. I mean, if when we went to the movie theaters and picked it up from there,
It was after
It would
that.
only
But
make
I went
sense.
to the theaters twice too because that was the second time I saw
Me too.
Spider-Man. It was
me too.
the
I saw
Saturday I
Spider-Man
saw it.
back to back in a
Yeah.
full pack studio. So
Oh, yeah.
one day and then the next day.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even know
yeah.
which one.
That's a crazy virus, man. That's a smart
Yeah.
virus, man.
Yeah.
That's how you stick around as a virus. You link
Yeah.
half your
Make sure you
cases
talk funny.
asymptomatic.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And so therefore, most people just walk around and just, they
They
take
ain't
it for a
feeling it.
walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
You never know.
I did read this. Now take what I'm going to say with a grain of salt because I
Okay.
did read this in a friggin' YouTube comment section.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
you know,
it wasn't even the video.
Yeah,
so
I
got
can't say
you,
it's
yeah.
facts, but I'm just saying like what I saw. But this commenter did say something about because a YouTuber that I was watching, he had got it, so he was making a video of like, guess what I got, fellas, I got COVID.
I got the vid.
Yeah, but he wasn't like dire, in dire straits and stuff either. But
Right.
he was just saying, but yeah, I got tested and I have it. But someone in the comment section said that's what all viruses do. Like they, at some point, it gets very contagious, but less deadly. So that's what they said. I don't know about the less deadly part. Like
It does kind of make sense though. I kind of.
but they say like over time, like it gets more contagious. Like more people get it, but less people die from it.
Gotcha.
That's
So
how it stays alive. If your host always dies, then you don't last very long.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
that's true. So you got to lighten up.
yeah,
When it first comes out, it's like, yeah, germs and diseases and viruses, they are interesting.
Yeah.
Like
They have
they are very
intelligence.
interesting and how they travel and mutate and things of that nature. That is kind of crazy.
And the Spanish flu, I think that lasted 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that. So I'm just keeping track of like how long this shit is gonna last.
How many?
Yeah.
How many years gap do we get before some big virus?
Yeah, because make no mistake, like we are living history right now. You know, like in 50 years they're gonna be talking about COVID. Like if it's an old news by then, they'll just be like, man, what was it like in the beginning of the 2020s?
We talk about Spanish flu.
Yeah, just like how we talk about Spanish flu, or like how kids talk about 9/11 today, where it's just like this thing in the history books, as opposed to my generation, where it's like, no, I remember where I was when that shit happened.
Yeah. Man, that was such a crazy day. I didn't even know what the hell was going on.
Oh yeah. That's why I remember. I told you I didn't even know what the World Trade Center was when it happened.
Me neither. I had no idea what the World Trade Center was. I didn't know the magnitude of it until
like the Twin Towers
until I got to my friend's house. I never knew what the Twin Towers was like. I didn't know the World Trade.
Oh, you didn't even know the Twin Towers?
No.
Oh, but I was a New Yorker, so
I had been in New York, but we didn't go to we saw Times Square. That was it. We didn't. There wasn't any moment in the Empire State Building, but there wasn't a moment where like, oh yeah, there's the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center.
You didn't watch movies like either like Home Alone and stuff like Home Alone 2 and stuff like that. You know, in movies that took place in New York always showed the towers.
They did.
It did, but it didn't.
But it didn't register with you like as a landmark.
More with the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
not the Eiffel Tower. The Statue of Liberty.
The Statue of Liberty.
The Statue of Liberty.
Or the
Empire State Building.
Building.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. Those two relate more to me.
That's true.
Yeah, that's New York.
Yeah.
Than the Twin Towers. So
yeah.
But I went to my homeboy's house. My homeboy's friend's house. My mom was working still. They let us go. Yeah. And I was like, what is this? Like,
where were you here?
In Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I was like, what happened? An airplane went to a building? He's like, it's not just any building. He was like, that is our World Trade Center. He was like, and those were the T's. Those are the T's, and we are under attack right now. I was like, whoa.
Oh, shit.
I was like, words. I guess. I get it now. Like, because we don't have wars. We don't have bombs explode. Like, we don't have, like, we don't fight
wars come on our soil. Yeah,
we don't have wars on our soil very often, bro. Like, this is regular to somebody in like Iraq or Afghanistan.
Yeah,
but like,
sleep with human
or
bombs.
Israel or Jordan. You know what I'm
or
saying?
Or the hood.
Right.
Gunshots every now.
But we don't have like real live militaries pulling up. And occupying our areas because there's fighting going on. That don't happen often. So when the World Trade Center got hit, it was like. That's how some people felt, where it was like, bro.
They crossed the line.
Bro, like we really got attacked by somebody else outside of here.
Yeah.
That's true. We usually do all the attacking.
Yeah. Did y'all see the Biden threatening Russia? Like
no.
Y'all didn't see that?
Recently,
cash money because he's trying to. They're acting like they want to invade Ukraine.
Yeah, Russia is. Yeah. Russia's acting like they want to invade Ukraine.
Putin's probably flexing, man. He's probably playing games because he number the old KGB gangster.
Hey, look though, he might be playing games until we came out talking spicy. Talk about if Russia invades Ukraine, they will be met with full force. I'm like, whoa,
Russia will be met.
Yes,
yeah, man.
You better let them do their thing, bro. We are over it. We got other things to worry about.
No, see, my question was going to be why are we always getting ourselves involved in other people's beef, but. I think I corrected myself because I'm like, I think the reason why we do is because we have some type of stake in it.
Oh yeah,
like there is something monetarily going on that we're involved in it somehow. You know, where we want a piece of the pie or something. Yeah.
Or we're getting a piece of
a pie. Yeah, something's gonna be ruined.
And if you come in there and take a country, that's why we have our what do you call those things? What do you call them? No matter what country you're in, there's a U.S.
Customs.
Not a U.S. customs, a U.S.
Embassy.
Embassy, I think. Yeah, I think so.
A UN? No.
Yeah, an embassy, like a
it's
like the safe haven that if you're American you can always
yes,
go to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
like
if you're an American, there's somewhere in every country where it's like, hey, no. This is American. We dictate things for Americans in this country.
That's UN. Those are UN countries, though. Only as far as
Gotcha.
That's why we have one.
Gotcha.
I mean, like, but we're weird though. You gotta think like, in general, what other country has bases in other people's
set up
countries?
in other countries?
We have a U.S. base in Germany. We have
the reason for that is because we're the most powerful military in the entire world, though.
Right.
So we're the most powerful.
And that's how you get powerful.
That's how we're powerful because We have footing in all these. You got troops scattered all across the world.
Yeah.
Right.
You literally got troops scattered and communication points scattered all across the
And
world.
that's another word for that is an empire.
Yeah, like you can mobilize from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you got people in the soil. That are monitoring the activity of every country that you're in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We tell other people they can't make nuclear weapons, and we have the craziest arsenal.
Right. Yeah, we tell you can't make none,
Yeah.
but you know we got some, and we got some of the best.
Yeah.
But if we think you got some, we pulling up on you.
If you start enriching uranium, we're on your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they saying that, look, man, Biden out here making threats. I seen it, bro. It just looked crazy. Biden really do be looking kind of crazy, bro.
He be looking sleepy to me.
I wish he didn't. I really
Everybody
wish he
keeps
didn't,
saying
man,
it look
but
like he got Alzheimer's or
To me, it's like
he's
dementia,
really
bro.
old,
Like,
though. He's just really, really old, man.
he is,
I
man.
just, like, he's just so old.
Sometimes
Even
it
when
feels
he
like they
was
put a
running,
sleeper.
It was just
Yeah,
like
I just-
falling apart,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Just didn't look
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
I will say, the weakest Trump ever looked was when he had COVID, because that shit looked like it was about to kill his ass.
Yeah.
COVID was whooping Trump's ass.
He knew that,
But
too.
besides that, he was old, but he damn sure was talking big shit, and he was moving
Man.
around. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
I'll give him that.
but
Yeah, I'll give him
Biden
that.
definitely be looking like a frail old man, low key up there. Like,
And just sleepy, like he's just very sleepy vibes.
disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, look, he was our only other choice apparently. So whatever. This was like the most uneventful, like
Voting
wait-
or election.
like like where it's not like
Presidency.
what it was like,
Yeah.
yay, whatever.
Have you ever been jumping for Joe? Did you do that when Obama was in office? Like,
No,
was there like a party in your house? Like y'all got around
I
the
kind of
TV?
did.
I knew it was
Kinda did.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of.
I don't even think I was that into politics back then either.
Yeah.
I was kind of. It was like
I voted him the
I
second
didn't even know
time.
what
I
the-
wasn't old enough the first time.
Yeah, I barely knew what the difference was between liberals and conservatives, and
Right.
Democrats and
Yeah,
Republicans
me too.
back
it was
then.
still just, and
Yeah.
at the time I just knew I was Democrat because
the rest of my family was
Exactly, that
and
was it,
my mom would
yeah.
tell me, "It's like, okay, vote blue."
But
I'm like,
now
okay.
I'm like definitely.
Yeah. Now you're older and your
Definitely in the
mind's
middle, 'cause
developing.
I'm
You're able
like-
to see. So had I don't know. Well, maybe I wouldn't have been like that because around that time as well, I was sort of like getting like a wave. That's when I started like becoming conscious and starting like watching a lot of documentaries and shit about the
About-
truth and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Got
oh, the
you.
system though, as a whole is
Got
corrupt.
You. So you
liberalized you.
So
Oh, man.
yeah, true. So why would you watch?
Yeah,
you
so
ain't
I
watching
wouldn't
no
have been like,
presidential
yeah, I'd be like, okay.
because you over here,
Okay.
just trying to you're starting
Yeah.
to pick apart everything that you thought you knew.
True.
I'm looking at the FBI and the CIA while you're, cheering for him.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm like, no, it's still corrupt, man. It's like, till this day, I'm still like, how does the government work? Is it really just friggin' like the way McDonald's is, where it's like you have Ronald McDonald, the face of McDonald's, but then you have the people who actually run McDonald's,
Oh, for
It's like,
sure.
is the president just Ronald McDonald? Yeah. Just a face, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like
To
I
a
feel
certain
the same
degree,
way.
maybe
I
they
feel the
do
same
have
way.
say,
Yeah, I think
but-
maybe it is.
Yeah.
Because one big thing that messed it up for me is that lobbying is legal.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you have a bunch of money and you have a company and you have your interests in something like cigarettes or whatever,
Oh, true.
it's legal to give money to a senator or to like whoever to push your narrative. your
to
thing.
keep these
The
from
money in
being
politics
banned
and shit.
And
or-
because that's legal, that is literally legalized corruption.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
That's a bribe.
And corporations can
Yeah.
buy presidents,
Yeah.
and or the what do you call it, their candidates,
Right.
That's what a lot of the times it controls. It controls a lot of them too.
Yeah. So then it just makes me wonder. It's just like when a president wins, it's just like, okay, did we get him there, or is it like, the influence of people backing him, financially? Like, did they get him there?
And
You
this
know?
is the thing too. Like, I want to be careful how I say this, just because
Yeah.
I might fuck around and run for some sort of office one day. But these are all the things that are wrong that we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
These are all the things that are wrong with the system or the policy.
Mm-hmm.
But the better we know it, the more we can finesse it. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just got to play dirty sometimes. And sometimes if everybody else is playing dirty, you can't play green. You can't play
Like
with a
dirty
clean
in a good
nose.
way.
If you're going to lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And not even playing dirty in terms of like
like you're not good for the position.
Exactly.
Or something.
Like you can
you
have
believe you're good for.
You
the
can
position.
have you can have
be a good
your
person.
Yeah.
you can be a good person, and you
And
can
play
have
the game.
agendas that actually
Yeah.
truly benefit this group of people, or all people, or whatever. You could truly have that, but getting to the position that you need to be to execute it, you might not be able to really. You might not be able to sell that message the whole time.
Yeah.
You might have to. Apparently, there was somebody locally in the city. I don't know who it was, but she ran as a Democrat the whole time. Then got up in office and switched to Republican. I don't know if that's true, but I heard that happened in Raleigh. Like, and people hate her. I can't remember what the lady's name is, but I seen her signs, and somebody was like,
Can you do that?
Yes, you can. And I don't know if she on paper you can do it to where it was like, because obviously on your card it says Democrat or Republican, right? So I don't think you could change it technically, but you can get up in there and all your actions be on the other side.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm thinking that's more of what happened because I highly doubt that I could literally put on there on the ballot Democrat.
Yeah.
And
She
then
was like a moderate. She became a moderate or whatever you want
and
to
all of a
call
sudden
it.
just
Yeah.
switch to moderate or Republican. That seems wild. You know what I'm saying? So but
Moderates are just the worst kind of people.
yeah, but my actions could definitely be that of what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll say like another thing too that makes me not trust a lot of politicians is because like nobody's tried to assassinate them. Like, from if you look throughout,
I don't respect
if
no
you
politician if somebody ain't trying to clap
if a
him.
politician is not in has a threat of being like assassinated, then
And,
that
like,
means
for-
they're
and,
not
like,
trying
for
to.
real
They're not
assassinated.
really like making a difference.
Okay, you know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're
Think
right.
about
As
it. Through
as cruel as that sounds.
Yeah. No,
You're
no,
right.
I'm not saying that I want it to happen, but I'm just saying, like,
Exactly,
if you
yeah.
look throughout our history, the ones who are
really shaking
not even
stuff
politicians, but just like,
People
MLK,
in general.
Malcolm X,
Yeah.
JFK, he was a president, and his
Yeah.
brother Robert, those people who were trying to actually make
Abraham
a difference.
So social
They
justice.
got-
social justice
even though he was
warriors.
So,
racist,
yeah, people who are really trying to make a difference
Yeah.
get taken out.
Oh, for sure.
By the system itself.
yeah.
That's why I'm like, I see a president that makes it through, I'm like, they weren't
That's why
making
Men
it.
in Fair kind of so legendary because they haven't taken him out.
They have to. Oh yeah, and then probably some people are protected too.
Well, I mean, he has the best protection. They said his is better than CIA.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
The Nation of Islam is tighter than the CIA.
Yeah.
Or not CIA. What's the one that protects the
FBI?
president?
Oh, no.
Oh, the Secret Service.
Secret Service.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, they I heard that somebody told me in 2027 they're gonna release the FBI because you know, like they're required to release the FBI papers, the declassified stuff every so often, like after a certain amount of time.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they're gonna release the stuff from Martin Luther King Jr.'s like assassination and like all the stuff they were collecting on him because they actively tried to destroy him.
I think that's actually been up for a while.
It was really bad.
Is it out already?
Well,
There's a special about to come out, I think, isn't there?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I
It
haven't
might
seen
have been
like
out, and then the specials coming.
I'm just talking about in terms of just like an article or whatever, or maybe it was just like something else I was watching on YouTube that was like a truther thing.
Yeah.
And they showed it, but they said like in like 1999, the U.S. government was taken to a Tennessee court by Martin Luther King's family, and the King family won the case, saying that they think they were behind the assassination. The King family won the case, and because I guess there was just proof that they did take him out. But if you notice, like in '99, like that story just didn't come out. Like because around the time Britney Spears was big and who she was dating, and that was on the covers, but it wasn't on the covers like, hey, it just came out that the government
Funny how that
took
works.
out our leader.
Right.
Yeah, it's something you have to like Google and shit.
Okay.
But yeah, going back to like what you were saying, like with Obama, I was like, I'm so skeptical of the system itself. I don't even know if I could get excited about anybody.
Yeah, if you could get excited.
Back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my goal this year, bro. I've amassed some articles and sources that are going down with what's going on in the city.
Yeah.
And I think the more we comb through those, we can get a better list of more concise platforms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To get weekly information from, and if I can get a nice little of what's going on locally, broadcast it once a week, 3 to 5 stories. 3 to 5 stories, all the stories being 2 to 3 minutes apiece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah.
it's easy enough. Yeah.
That should be pretty
research.
easy. Yeah. You just got to find the things. You just got to find information to research.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the research, that's probably the hardest part.
That thing out of
to get
there,
out.
man. You had to fight
Right,
that one
bro.
out.
It's like it wanted to come, but it was just like working its way up.
Yeah. You were fighting that for a few
I
minutes.
was,
Yeah,
bro.
checking it out.
Like, come on now.
Did the King Kong?
Yeah, bro. But yeah, we gotta wrap it up anyway in a couple minutes because
Okay.
I mean we're probably at like an hour and 15 anyway, so we got a good sized episode.
Okay.
I mean we kind of did go through some stuff. We didn't go through everything on here though.
Hey, you guys see the trailer or I can't remember if we talked about this the last time, but have you guys seen the trailer for Kanye's documentary that's coming out in like a
Yes,
couple
I
weeks?
saw that.
You saw it?
I remember when the trailer first came out,
Yeah.
but I just saw another one though again.
Yeah. And I think
his documentary's coming out on Netflix.
Oh wait, I don't know if it's a documentary of his life, but
It's produced by him, though.
yeah. And I just saw an article that said that.
You don't think it won't be good?
Well, it's definitely going to be tweaked, but
Yeah.
because I did see that like an article, I think Fantano talked about it, saying like he wants final edit of the documentary.
that.
So it's
Okay.
definitely going to be,
Might not be as good as somebody who does this.
yeah,
Puts them together.
But, like,
yeah, because it's like, I mean, since he's alive and all that stuff, I mean, of course he's probably going to make himself not look that bad.
Man, he is so impatient.
Yeah, and
He's
vain
so patient,
too.
'cause, like every good, because
then
like he totally deserves a documentary. He totally deserves it, right? But like he can't even wait for somebody to make one about him.
Yeah.
He had to produce his own one.
I mean, I'd even love to see a
As
movie
long as
about
it's
him.
about a time period, though, like if it's about
It is, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
as long as it's about like
bunch of
if
live
it's about the
footage.
first 3 albums, I'm with that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna watch
The
it.
Because he's
making
so-
of them or something.
Because he's so
Yeah.
deep. Like I'm cool with a documentary being made about somebody, not their whole life, but like an era of their life. Like if they've been
Yeah.
out for like 15 years,
Yeah.
10, 15 years, I'm cool with like the first 5 years. Documentary.
Yeah.
Maybe not the life story.
Right. Because
That
if
has
you go
to-
through your life story, it's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
the life story, but and especially because if we start right there, then that's nothing Kanye before meeting Dame Dash and Jay-Z and stuff,
Yeah.
so it's still a lot we could watch
Yeah.
True.
and still have that story to include it in there, but
A lot of people have been saying that too about biopics. They were saying like, they starting to prefer. There have been other biopics. I think about dude from Apple, Steve Jobs. Yeah, like his movie. It was about. It didn't go through his entire life. It was just about this one moment where he was every year, like 3 moments in his life where he was about to release a new product. It took place right before he was going to do that, and drama happened within that. But
Gotcha.
yeah, but people are starting to prefer biopics that are just about a moment instead of just their whole life.
Oh, true, yeah. Did
Yeah.
y'all because it's hard to hit it all, man. It's
Yeah.
too hard to hit all of
And
it.
a lot of them are cliche stories too. It's just like,
Right.
and there have been movies
Went
that,
from the hood,
yeah,
I made
or not
this-
even that,
yeah.
but just like the part where they're going up the ladder and then they get introduced to drugs and then their life goes down and then they have to
work
make
their
it
way
back
back
up.
up,
It's like a
yeah.
similar formula.
Yeah.
A lot
A
of
lot of
musicians
people's
went through
lives.
that.
Well, it can get a little bit pretentious to me.
And
when you do
cliche.
Their whole life story, like you said, yeah, because like they try to tie everything back together and like
Yeah.
they try to make it like
A story.
yeah, like yeah, I think that sometimes, like you said, if you choose a moment, you have like a solid story.
Yeah.
You don't have
True,
to.
yeah.
You don't have
And
to.
you can
Yeah.
really get into detail too.
Yeah.
Right.
Much better detail.
Yeah. You're not like
Any-
assuming details at all.
Anybody see Boosie's biopic? Because he came out with one.
No.
I did
Lil
not.
Boosie did?
No. I did
used
not.
to watch his. I used to watch his live. His
No.
lives every now and then.
On
man.
Instagram, yeah.
No, I didn't even know he had one.
Yeah, he made a biopic, but I haven't seen it. He was selling it directly off his website.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember he was talking about it. He was like, I made $2 million in one day.
Oh,
Something crazy like that, yeah.
really? Now, what's the
Well,
quality of it?
I don't know. I can't
That's what
remember.
I'm saying, man.
And
Somebody
honestly, I really don't remember people
made it with a
being like-
camcorder. It's
Probably
like,
decent.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like it can't be
Okay.
that bad.
oh, okay.
But they did clown it because he played himself as an adult. But it was still funny because there was like Boosie now was playing like 20-year-old Boosie. And it's like you could have got somebody else, bro.
yeah.
Like you don't look 20. Like
Yeah.
you could have played from 35 or 40 and on, but like you really should have had another actor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Yeah, I was just asking just because, like, like sometimes a lot of us, our folks, like, we like to cut corners sometimes in terms
Yeah.
of, what do you call it? Production.
Yeah.
So I'm just
You
like,
don't want to bore your audience, you know.
yeah, or just like it just looks like it was made for like Hallmark or something. Yeah.
Right.
Like a Hallmark movie.
True.
Yeah.
But shoot. But yeah, man. We're back. Like we always say.
Yeah. Every time we do an episode, we're back.
Like we never
So we
left.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back. Again next week.
I will be back.
As long as we don't have any snow or inclement weather again.
That should be it, right?
Real, man.
I don't know.
Look, okay, was I on here? Was it on
wasn't
here that
really
I called
cold
it?
at all 2021.
I feel like I called it. I was having a conversation, I keep on going back through like groups of friends, and I'm like, was it this group of friends that
Right.
I had a conversation in like November, and somebody was like, man, it's not gonna snow at all this winter, and I was like, yo, I've lived here for a while. When it's warm for Halloween, warm for Thanksgiving, warm for Christmas, yo, the snow game in the beginning of the year,
Be
the
lit.
following year is gonna be insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And it's gonna hit us multiple times, like ice storm, like tragic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think this is gonna be the only one.
And like I'm hoping it ain't all that, but like it's
cool.
it's
I'm
playing
cool
out.
I'm cool with a good 10 inches though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm good with a good 10 inches.
Yo, the city's dead from that.
I'm okay with that.
Whew.
The city dies for. As long as my house don't lose power, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
Because if my house loses power, then it sucks. Sucks
Oh, man.
ass.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have a fireplace?
No, it just have a chimney there for some reason because
For decoration.
there used to be a furnace in the crawl space apparently.
Bro, there's
Yeah.
probably mad bats in there.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know,
man.
but yeah, I don't know.
Or some creatures
what's in
in
there,
here.
so I just have a fake chimney.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So
You're
yeah,
using the fire pit.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, hell no, I'll be gone. I'll be in Cary at my mom's house, or I'll be in Raleigh at my sister's house.
Somebody has
Whatever,
power.
yeah.
Especially if the power goes
One
out.
of them gotta have power.
Yeah.
I remember when my power went out for like 2 days over here. That was when my sister lived around the corner in those apartments. I went over there. I was chilling over there most of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So at least I got 2 places to go. But if
Option.
we're all out of power, then we're SOL.
Chaos in the streets.
Yeah, then it's chaos in the
Yeah.
streets.
Yeah, that's rough,
If
man.
the whole city lost power, though, one time I was in an apartment complex that lost power. Within an hour, everybody was outside. Like, what's going on? Like, street lights out, every building out, like
Yeah.
college apartment, and then people were just outside chilling for like 3 or 4 hours. This is like back in my first apartment, and then the lights came back. But we were outside partying in the streets, low key. Like,
Oh, yeah.
people was
College
turning
kids
up.
don't have candles and shit.
Right,
Oh,
so it was
yeah.
outside. It was brighter outside.
Yeah, they were sitting in
Yeah.
real darkness, man. That's like, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it was lit. We started playing basketball, all type of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, yo, this is 3O Podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe on everything. Follow us on Instagram, the 3O Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, the 3O Podcast. And you know what I'm saying? This is what we do. Bringing you that content every week.
Bish. Since I
Yeah,
can't say the
bitch.
real word.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
What's up, Treehouse Gang? Do you want to see more podcast clips? I know you do. Click that box right there. You want to see it? Let's go right there. And make sure you subscribe. Don't just watch and not subscribe. Click this box right here to subscribe, okay?
What's up, Treehouse Gang?